Hello and welcome to The Long View with me, Jon Jordan. So the game we're playing today in the first time user experience, so this is the first time I played the game, so getting the kind of process of the tutorial, is Deckstorm from DeNA. We can see that quite clearly. Oddly for DeNA, very experienced Japanese publisher, they put in the push notification prompt here. This is a very bad thing to do. You can only show this once on iOS, so if I hit don't allow, then they can't show it again. Most developers now, or the smart developers, are having an internal splash screen. Normally when you've gone through the tutorial, they'll fire up something that says, do you want the game to tell you when cool stuff's going on? And if you go yes, then they'll bring up this. If you say no, they can always send that screen again, but this screen can only be shown once, so not going to allow that. So lost the chance. So Deckstorm, as the title suggests, is a card battler, very inspired by Hearthstone. So let's play a new game. So now we're going to go and get some download stuff. So this is interesting. It's kind of interesting that the game allows us to either download everything now, estimated 1 minute over a Wi-Fi connection, or just the partial. You know, why? It's kind of a weird thing to ask people. I think the game developers should take control of this and just go get people into the game as quickly as possible. Worry about the download later. You can stream stuff in the background later. I mean, this is not, I don't think, a very graphically heavy game. We'll go for the partial. We'll not be playing the game, and even that, okay, that was kind of fairly quick, I have to say. But you want people into your game as quickly as possible. Is the view of kind of best practice, I think. So we've got all this kind of rubbish going on. Story. You have to actually have to tap on these cards. Oh goodness. So I'm just randomly getting some cards. Really, I don't really matter. All very attractive young ladies. I'll tell you something. Oh, there's Wolverine. I've actually got to tap on all of them. Oh, I suppose the whole point is you see the great artwork on them all. So there we go. It looks like a typical section of fire, ice, healing. My name is. Okay. Requires at least 4 characters. No profanity. Interesting. Sometimes, yeah, we've hit that. So there's a limit. So I mean, is that 3? So it's 9. It's interesting. It's pretty poor, I think. There's a limit of 9 characters. So 4 to 9. That's just a bit rubbish. I mean, I know it's a bit different. This is a Japanese developed game. It's a bit different in Japan, where a much smaller number of characters can mean a lot more. So English is, or any Western language is different in that way. But if you're going to take a game global, you should obviously design your database so it can accept long usernames. So okay, so this is my random start of the battle. My deck is randomly shuffled and 5 cards are drawn off the top. So my starting hand. Okay, this is my starting hand. I attack first, so what am I going to do? Yeah, tap on this lady. Confirm. Oh, I'm discarding her. Okay. Right, so it looks like I've got a battle heavy thing. So, okay, what am I doing? I attack first. I got a higher speed total than the opponent. Okay. The side attacking second gets the shield icon. Okay. Yeah, alright. To get a leader boost is fairly normal, isn't it? Both secretly select cards and the choices revealed at the same time. Fighting. Okay, separate lanes. Alright. So tap to choose 3 cards. So let me know what any of these cards do. Looks like a health and an attack. Okay. So you can see my cards are attacking their cards and my cards are in. Of course, this is the tutorial. Wave 1 of 2. We also see there's an elemental thing going on here. So red is strong against green, green is strong against blue. In addition to cover speed, the discard phase also lets you optimize your hand for element affinities. Can I discard again? Tap the card you want to discard. So I don't really know, do I? I mean, it's a bit pointless. Yeah, I can see. I just said that. So he's pretty strong, isn't he? Oh, so but they show me. No, hold on. What's going on here? Starting hand, tap the cards you wanted. I don't want to discard any. Okay. Alright, so we're back to where we were before. But this time I can see he's only got. So I want to be using red ones, I guess, effectively, and not blue ones. Okay. green against green, there's no advantage, I guess. I win. My efforts are rewarded. Hey, hey. Rewarded with that card, maybe? Yeah. Okay, so the one thing about this type of game is it's much quicker than a turn-based game. And different type of strategy, because obviously you can't see the other person's. I mean, you see their hand, it looks like, but you can't see what they're going to play. No time for rest. We must capture the Guardians and imbibe their spirits back into the spire. People with these backstories. Okay, so graphically I quite like this. It's kind of pretty clean. So we've got campaign, special campaign, research, coming soon, arena, and arena. So bazaar is obviously where we buy stuff. There's an energy looking like at the top, and some currencies. So that's all kind of what we'd expect. Obviously, the other thing to point out, this game is in portrait, so very focused on quick phone gaming. Whereas Hearthstone obviously is in portrait mode, is in landscape mode, and obviously PC game tends to be big long sessions. So I guess the point of this is saying lots of people like games like Hearthstone now. Can we do something quicker? People have been trying to do that with MOBAs for a while, not quite worked out. So quite whether this will work. I guess whether this is quite as deep as Hearthstone. So they have a spell as well. Okay. Okay, so he's going to hit me with a big spell. So what does that mean? He's yellow as well. Oh no, he's not. He's blue. So I don't want to really put any red ones on there. Green is good against that. So what should we do? I don't really know. Boom. If any of my cards is defeated, I draw a new one. Oh, okay. And it's automatic. That's kind of interesting. Well done. I bounded. Oh, how did I do that? Okay, I did it though. Another one. Another wave, yeah. Wave 2. So I attack first. Do I want to get rid of anything? So we've got that healing one, which is not a healing one really, but she's got quite high health, but not much attack. Okay, let's get rid of her then. What else have I got? She wasn't a lot. She's not a lot better, is she? Oh well. So we've got a red and a green. So we've got a green and a blue. So green ones will be useful. So what we got? So a red one may be hit by the blue one. Blue one will be hit by the green one. Blue one's not. Okay, so let's try these ones. And it worked out quite well for me. I wonder if the AI is helping. So knocked off one of theirs. This is the second way of doing. Going to do it again now, aren't we? So we've got still a blue and a green. So let's go for. Let's. Okay, so let's do this. So they're going to play green on the next one. So I can play red. Yeah. And then okay, one more round. So they've only got one left. It's a blue one. I want to play a green one on that. I could play. I want to play a red one because they'll be effective against me. So we can play not very high pad one, but a green one, a high pad red one, and done. Okay. Those are quite nice. I have to say I'm not a mad fan of card battler games. Didn't really get into Hearthstone. Played it a little bit and then kind of lost the will to go any deeper. So this may be a game for me. You can see my cards are leveling up. That's always useful. I'm sure there'll be some evolving or whatever the term is they use for doing these cards. This is the card I captured, and also there's a capture percentage. So that's a lot of randomness. That's good for monetization. That was only 5%. My collection is growing. Need more guardians. Okay, card pack. So let's quickly go into this then. So this is where we buy them, I assume. Get some for free, maybe. Have I got? Oh, I've got 1500, so I can get some. An Earth Starter, War Starter. Do I have to get that one? Get that one? No, I have to get that one. Oh, that was a 5-star one. I wonder if I'm going to get that. Reveal, or there we go. Oh, so I get quite a lot then, don't I? So I don't really see how powerful they are. These new guardians now under my that's a sign into the deck. I'm getting a lot of cards very quickly. Oh goodness. Tap auto, yes, let's do that. Affinity colours. So that's where I'm going to be clever if how I build my different decks. Improve my ability, if anyone blah blah. Okay. So that looks like the tutorial over. What's it firing up now? Login bonus. Okay, so we're going into the whole typical kind of metagame type stuff. Don't really know what any of these stones do. It's saying global launch. Okay, it's gonna retailing. Get me to buy something. So this is basically the screen. So let's quickly look at my collection again. So I can sell them. Okay. And I've got quite a range. And that one's okay. That one's quite a monster. It's 5-star. That looks quite good to me. The werewolf, evil wolf, ironwood. But C probably means common. I can train them up. Okay. Deck. So Deck is numerical. So yeah, he's my leader. Or it is my leader. And then we can kind of. I'm not quite sure how these are then ordered. Okay, well, we'll leave it there. I mean, the whole point of this first time user experience is not to fully understand the game in 10 minutes. It's just to go through the tutorial and get a taste of the game. The point of the long view is that we play games for as long as we can, really. Certainly hoping to do playing them for a week and possibly a month. Obviously can't do that for every game, but the point of this is doing videos, regular videos on how we're progressing in the game and kind of thoughts, because a lot of these games kind of change as you get on in the game. Obviously tend to be quite exciting to begin with, and you tend to get like what I call a mid-level grind, where if you commit to the game then it gets quite grindy unless you want to pay money, which is obviously these games have to make money somehow. So that's the kind of, I guess, the really interesting point of what psychological levers are then being thrown at the player to keep them involved when they've maybe been playing for some weeks or months. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. So this is what we're all about on the long view, playing free-to-play mobile games for as long as we can. So if that's your thing, do subscribe. Hope to see you again soon.